Bitwig has a lot of different delay effects, and some of them even look similar, so of course you may ask yourself, why do we need so many delays? Well, today I explain each of them, their differences and uses, so let's start with the regular delay one. This one is straightforward, it's a mono delay. All these numbers represent a multiplication of a quarter bit. So for instance, if we set it in 4, we will have 1 repetition per bit, and on 16 is 1 repetition per bar. And you know me, we can layer more copies with an effects group and create a simple polyrhythmic delay, for instance 3 against 4 against 7. It gets interesting with the built-in feedback effects container. It's different from a wet container because it affects the feedback circuit, meaning if you put a distortion, each new repetition will be affected again by the distortion. So each new repetition will have more and more amount of effect. So delay 2 is literally 2 delay 1 engines with the same timing options. This one is stereo, meaning one delay affects the left side and the other the right side. You can also change that with this source selector. Each delay also has a crossfeed knob, meaning it will send its feedback signal to the other delay. To hear that, let's put the left delay on 0 feedback, but send almost 100% with the crossfeed. Finally, it has a detune knob for, well, detuning the signal with a frequency rate, because it changes the pitch in cents with an internal LFO. Delay 4 offers 4 delay signals with cross modulation for each one. Let's understand the UI. First, we have these pre-containers. Each one lets you use an effect before the delay, only affecting the signal of the corresponding line. So pre-1 is for delay 1 and so on. On time, we again have 16 options, just now in divisions rather than squares. Then it goes to a filter, and again we find the feedback effect container, just that now it's also independent per line. With this effect on its own, we can create polyrhythmic delays without grouping a bunch of delay ones. You can set the delay in seconds, change the volume and the panning. Now this feed square with all these knobs is the feedback amount. The white knobs work like usual, because it's the feedback of the corresponding line. The other knobs are the cross feedback. You have options to send the signal to every other delay. It will start depending on the time division, but then it will follow its original. Of course, the idea is to combine different feedback routes to create complex rhythms or even grainy stuff. Combine that with the pre and feedback effects and you get a crazy delay. Delay Plus is a newer delay, and on the surface it seems more simple. It again has a time division selector, just that now you can set the bit to be based on quarters, semi or whole notes, besides seconds of course. The offset also lets you know that all the way to the left will create a triplet, and all the way to the right is a dotted. It has 4 modes, mono, stereo and ping pong starting from the left or ping pong starting from the right. Now, one unique feature compared to the others is the blurring effect, which in other words acts like a diffusion. This will basically make each delay similar to a reverb. In fact, you can create a reverb depending on the algorithm you use. Now, the best thing about this delay is that it doesn't get changes in pitch when changing time signature. That happens on almost all delays because a change in speed will mean a change in pitch. But it doesn't happen here. That opens up so many possibilities for glitchy rhythms, for instance by just moving the time around.